You're listening to the Cool CLE Show.
Hello, and thank you for listening to the Cool CLE Show, brought to you by CoolCleveland.com, putting you in touch with cool events, people, news, and neighborhoods in the Cleveland region. This week, we're getting into the Christmas spirit with some holiday music from locals Ohio City Singers and Michelle Romery. And we're also joined by Samantha Kay, director of Spring Hill Historic Home in Massillon, Ohio, to talk about the Victorian origins of Christmas traditions. You can hear her speak about Christmas in the 1800s at Wadsworth Public Library on December 12th. But first, here's some more events that I think should be on your calendar. A Christmas Story will be shown on the big screen at the Capitol Theater as part of Wintertide at Gordon Square. Tickets are only $1 on December 8th at 12 p.m., and you could stay in the neighborhood after the film to enjoy music, kids' activities, and drinks. December 8th, there's also a toy drive to benefit Kendal Fine Arts in Cleveland at the Foundry Club. As well, there'll be some local metal bands playing there, Passive Aggression, Wolf Hunters, and Metal Mafia. Also on December 8th, the Cleveland History Center hosts Cheers to Plaid. You can delve into the holiday season while you explore Cleveland's winter fashions and holiday traditions throughout the years. There will be exclusive tours of the Mad for Plaid exhibit with Matt, curator of costumes and textiles, and she'll be tracing how plaid went from winter woolens to haute couture. And those who may get a little bit thirsty, I hear there's some scotch tasting there as well. You can take a trip to Legacy Village in Lyndhurst to see Santa. He'll be there every Saturday and Sunday through to December 23rd. Children will get a complimentary photo with Santa, and of course, for every photo, $5 will be donated to Cleveland Clinic Children's. The Greater Cleveland Chorus sings holiday favorites at the Music Box Supper Club on December 9th. Apostle Jones, Tommy Link, Rachel Short, and Ouster are on the bill at the Grog Shop, also on December 9th. You can join Northeast Ohio's premier junior roller derby team. The Cleveland Rock Stars at Brunswick Skate Station will meet every Sunday morning from 10:30 a.m. Girls and boys ages 10 to 17 can join, with girls, of course, playing the derby and boys becoming referees. There's free Tai Chi lessons every Sunday from 3:30 p.m. on the first floor of Asian Town Center on East 38th. And if you want a forecast of your future, then you can head to Quintana's Speakeasy on December 11th to get a tarot card reading. Tickets are limited. And this Cleveland seasonal supergroup is back with new tunes and shows in December. The Ohio City Singers is a collaboration of Northeast Ohio musicians with members including Chris Allen, Brent Kirby from the Jack Fords, and Austin Walkin Kane. They'll be at the Music Box Supper Club for a family-friendly afternoon show on December 8th, and then a big Christmas bash at the House of Blues on December 21st. They'll be releasing 2 new songs, What's the Name of Santa's Sleigh, and Hey, 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 It's a Holiday. This will be added, of course, to their extensive back catalog of holiday releases and will be available on CD Baby, iTunes, and all digital outlets. And here's one of those. It's called Love and Hope. Enjoy.
Steam with some blood.
That was the Ohio City Singers with Love and Hope. They invite you to join them in celebrating the holidays at the House of Blues on December 21st. Tickets are available now from the House of Blues Cleveland website. Now, in the Kendal Massillon community, Spring Hill has stood as a family home for over 150 years. And throughout those years, this historic home has seen a civil war, 2 world wars, multiple economic depressions, and thousands of days of despair and triumph. It regularly puts on events and tours for the public, including holidays at Spring Hill, celebrating the end of World War I, and Lunch with Santa on December 8th. We spoke with its director, Samantha Kay, about Christmas at Spring Hill, and a little preview of her talk at Wadsworth Public Library on Victorian Christmas traditions. We're now joined by Samantha Kay, who's the director at Spring Hill Historic Home in Massillon, and she's got a very interesting talk coming up on December 12th at the Wadsworth Public Library, all about Christmas in the 1800s. Thank you so much, Samantha, for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So, Christmas in the 1800s, it's kind of how it all began. Everything that we think of now about Christmas really kind of started around then, right?
Yeah. A lot of our ideas of what a traditional Christmas is actually come about in the Victorian era. And then before that, it's just kind of this hodgepodge of some people celebrate, some people don't. Some people think that it's this horrible thing. The colonial Christmases, so early 1800s, are going to look more like Mardi Gras.
Oh, really?
And then you do have people who are celebrating these very strict religious holidays. And then you have very religious groups who don't believe in celebrating Christmas at all. So it's this little bit of a hodgepodge.
So what kind of things are you going to be talking about on December 12th at the library?
So our goal is to kind of walk us through how Christmas has changed. So the house that I work at was built in the 1820s by Thomas and Charity Roach, who were Quakers. And the number one question we get asked here when we decorate for Christmas is, well, are you going to decorate it traditionally like a Quaker would? Quakers didn't celebrate Christmas at this time. They believed that they should celebrate the birth of Christ all year round, so they did not believe in celebrating it just one day, which makes decorating incredibly difficult.
I can understand.
Because they wouldn't have.
Right.
In the 1600s in Massachusetts, they actually outlaw Christmas.
Wow.
I know. And then moving through to where, especially in America, we take a lot of our cues from the UK, even though we don't necessarily agree with that at times. Directly after the American Revolution, when Queen Victoria starts celebrating these things that we think of as very traditional Christmas trees, having holly out, gift giving, the whole 9 yards that we do today, is all actually coming from her husband Albert's family traditions in Germany. So we're going to kind of start where nobody can quite agree what to do, and then in the 30s and 40s of the 1800s, we start shifting over and adopting these, what we think as English, but are actually German traditions.
Crazy how it all works out. And like you say, I mean, all of these things, they certainly don't go back, these traditions, all the way back to, Jesus's birth. So, and I guess some of this stuff, bringing the holly into the home, does it have some like some pagan kind of
there are pagan roots.
Sources?
Christmas trees are from Nordic cultures, and most of our traditions are pagan, and the church adopted them in to go, well, you still want to have a big celebration to kind of beat away those winter blues. We're going to celebrate Jesus' birth then. Because now there's a bunch of historians who think that he was probably actually born in the fall, or different things based off of the nativity stories that they can piece together, which is a whole other fascinating thing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We could talk about this for ages, but if you want to find out more about Christmas and some of its origins from Victorian times, then you need to go to the Wadsworth Public Library on December 12th from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Samantha will be there talking all about it. And of course, if you're interested in just a little bit of that history that you gave us today about the Spring Hill Historic Home, I mean, you've got tons of other stories, not just Quaker-based stories, but Underground Railroad, Depression, all sorts of. The house has seen a lot of things in its time, hasn't it?
It really has. About 150 years. We will have the house decorated this year also. We're focusing on World War One, since this is the centennial of the end of World War One, and one of our family members actually would have spent this Christmas in 1918 abroad in France and Germany. So if you're interested and can't make the talk, we do have audio tours that focus a lot on some of the similar things, and we'll be talking a little bit about what Christmas would have looked like during the war.
Fabulous. Very, very interesting. And a very Merry Christmas to you, Samantha.
Oh, you too.
Now we have Michelle Romery with one of her Christmas releases, an arrangement of Song of the Stable and Night of Silence. That was Michelle Romery with her arrangement of Song of the Stable and Night of Silence. You can see her perform at the Hard Rock Rocksino on December 29th. And that's it for this week. Thanks to Samantha Kay from Spring Hill Historic Home for coming on the show to talk Christmas. You can check out Spring Hill's website for details on all their holiday events and tours. And a big thank you to the Ohio City Singers. Make sure you grab tickets to the House of Blues show on December 21st. And to Michelle Romery for the beautiful Christmas-inspired music. You've been listening to the Cool CLE Show, brought to you by CoolCleveland.com. Have a good one.